Yeah, true.
Half of us are.
Alright, we'll do a quick review.
There you go.
Alright, so you guys finished up the castle. That was a big step. You guys did great.
I shat my pants
Awesome
until
battles.
3 times.
I enjoyed watching him grab the pants.
So John was telling me at work, he was like, "You were stressing me out because you were so stressed."
When I was reviewing, like watching him just, I was getting tense.
he was watching the video and he was like,
So anyway, awesome job on the castle, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Much more to come. You guys were improving in battles. I did notice, and I think we talked about it before, it did go pretty smooth when you guys split the party.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's the answer all the time for big battles, but it's something to think about.
It helps
it much easier.
It did.
So are you saying there is an answer?
There is an answer,
42.
really.
42.
42. 42.
My
Hey!
go-to number is 37.
Yeah. So you guys left the castle. You started to head south towards Fandelen. You got about a day's into your travel. You have about a day left. It is morning. What would you guys like to do?
Pack these up and keep heading towards the town.
Okay.
Break camp.
Yeah.
Killed some bugbears last night.
Last night.
So like maybe we should burn the bodies.
Pissed off about
Oh, did we loot those bodies?
Yeah, we looted
Yeah,
the
you guys-
bodies.
Alright, it's part of everything.
I think we should pile up the bodies, set them on fire, and then get back on the road.
Put their heads on stake. Send a message.
I was gonna say.
Wait, didn't you already do that?
Yeah, we got-
you stuck them
You
around.
did for a couple.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
I
saw
took all the
around
heads and
camp?
put them around the
Yeah, we already
perimeter of the
beheaded
camp as a
them.
warning to
We're
others.
gonna leave that
It was
there.
pretty brutal.
Okay.
It
Burn the
was
body.
I'm gonna take one of them and put it on Larry.
Falco, just look on 4 or 5.
It's a warning to the other ones.
Or mule or whatever.
Alright.
Get funny ideas.
Do that
It is a gorgeous sunrise morning. You guys are
Okay, I'm removing my
not on the road, but off the road a little bit. You guys are gonna head towards Fandelen. Is that the consensus?
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything you guys would like to do while you're traveling, specifically conversations, anything like that?
John, describe the
We're not
terrain.
prepared for that.
Describe the terrain for me. What are we going through?
Okay. So as you guys
Really
head,
rocky, foresty.
as you guys head south towards Fandon, you guys have not been in this particular. You're kind of a little bit north east of where you traveled before, or where of the direction you kind of took to Fandon before. You're gonna get to that area in probably half a day. Or you're gonna meet up with that road that goes south to Fandon. It's kind of an open plainish area. You've got short grass. I wouldn't call it marshy, but it's more of an open terrain at this point. Again, the main road that heads east is here, the Triborough Trail, and that's what you're going to bump into, and then take the Triborough Trail down south to Fandel.
Really quickly, we didn't add it. We didn't get XP at the end of the last. I'm
No.
sorry.
I'll give it to you after this one.
Brilliant.
And with that, you guys made Dean 5.
Yes, we shall.
Unless you all die, you know what I'm saying.
Possible.
By shop.
Shopping.
Death by
Death by
shopping.
shopping. It's possible.
Weirder things have happened.
Yep.
I'm just gonna keep my eye out for anything of value on the road that like maybe fallen off of any kind of wagons or like fancy looking stones that might be of worth on the road.
I kicked this rock. What?
Okay.
It's
Go
shiny.
ahead and roll
It's
perception.
historical value.
Natural.
Can I help
8,
you?
So
He's already rolled.
yeah.
But someone else
So
could roll
14.
perception.
14.
14. Okay, you don't notice anything of value. But you guys
I'm sorry,
do,
13.
You guys do notice the a couple wagons, a couple supply carts that have long been busted up on the side of the road, where it looked like there was another ambush. And you guys remember that there were goblin ambushes along the road from previous encounters.
Memories. We took care of that group.
Yeah.
Was this the ones that we had already seen, or are these new ambush spots?
This is new, yeah. You haven't been in this area. This is
Oh,
more
okay.
east than
It's
what
different.
you've been.
It's a different area.
Does the rest of the group see this?
Yeah, everybody
Okay.
can. I mean, you can kind of point it out. It's not.
Would it help if somebody else rolled perception?
I want to send Poe up to fly around and look for signs of possible ambushes in front of us.
Okay. Roll perception for him.
Um,
And so we did decipher that you have to use his stats and not yours.
Yes.
Real quick question while he's doing that. We did finish our long rest.
Yeah, everybody's long rested.
Okay.
So it's wisdom's the one for perception.
Yeah.
Right?
I think you're +3 or something.
Where did my dice go? It just jumped off the table.
Go first roll.
Well, I'm just gonna roll another one right after that.
When we move, we're gonna have like 10 dice under our
He's got
count.
a 15.
15. Okay.
Yeah.
So Poe does quite a few circles. You kind of like communicate with him telepathically, and he doesn't notice any danger. There's no alarms. Just seems like a fairly decent, quiet, chilled morning.
Okay. Cool.
Hey, I just want to tell the group as we're traveling, I have this like really cool new thing I can do where like if you're trying to do an ability check to check on something, I can just like, it's not bless you, but I can kind of guide you and like give you extra. So just before you do a roll, be like, hey Regina, do you want to like guide me in this? I can just give you some guidance.
I forget about that.
Stand
Just
up
so
to
you
your
know.
shoulder.
So it saved our lives.
Just so you know, you can like add a D4.
It's under this one, Andrew.
We can give you D4.
Shelby, can you pop up?
But I told my phone we want to use spell slots.
Mine is a cantrip.
Oh, perfect. Talk
Is
to
this
her.
cantrip?
Bless.
Sure you cantrip.
Bless
Okay.
is a spell.
Red
Guidance
D10's
is a
under there
cantrip.
somewhere too.
Yeah.
So I can just,
Got it.
I can guide you and you and you and you. I just have to concentrate.
Oh, you're right, because the one I did cast on you when we were doing that was cantrip, which is
Yeah,
why I
'cause
do
you
it
had no
over and
spell
over and
slots.
over and over
Yeah.
and over.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright, so we see those cops. Should we go? What does your wee dragon eyes find?
I don't know what that is.
That just goes to a plug right here. If you want to plug it right there, it's up to you.
I don't think my cord will reach.
Oh yeah, it's right there at the corner.
It's right here.
So,
We've
I'm
got
sorry,
a plug-in
John.
right
I was
here.
distracted by other stuff. What did you say his dragon saw? Was anything significant?
There was no. He was asking for. He sent Poe up to look for danger and
Yeah.
impending attacks.
And did he find anything?
No, there was no attacks. There's no enemies. There's no threat that he found.
I'm gonna look at Falco and say, should we, the two of us go investigate that car? There might be something good on it.
Let's take a quick look, I guess.
Alright, we're gonna go up and
So
look
you guys
at the
take
car.
a few minutes.
So I
and
guide
then-
him and I guide him.
Oh, right.
Isn't the time frame on that?
Oi, Claire.
What's the time frame on guidance? Like
It's
one
an
round or something?
action. It's an action
No, I
for
mean-
up to a minute. Yeah.
So you're just walking behind them, guiding.
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna guide you. I'm gonna guide
Yes.
you.
So we walk up to the carts, you know, kind of shuffle through, see if there's any,
It adds a, you can roll a D4.
anything worthwhile to scavenge, or see if there's any trail, any evidence of what could have ran.
Okay. Roll investigation.
So it's add a D4 to an ability check.
You have a D4 as well. You have
So
a
you're
D4 as well.
basically just lending guidance.
Oh, right, we all have D4s.
No, we have
Also-
D6s. Oh, right, we all have inspiration from last session.
Also, just remember.
Yes. Remember,
Put
we
it out
all are
there.
inspired.
I was like, does anybody need that?
Sorry, Kara was
D6,
talking to
sorry.
me. You were looking for what?
He's investigating the carts.
Yes.
So the carts, you go up and get a closer look, and you notice these are long destroyed carts. This is something that's been here for a while. The wheels are busted. The wood has just been gnarled. You can tell it's been picked through many times. There's nothing of value here. It's
I'm
busted.
bored, let's move on.
Yeah.
There's old
Alright,
arrows.
there's nothing
I'm
here.
gonna look at-
Rush next.
I'm gonna look
Back
for
up.
any like signs of like booby traps or like ambushes.
Roll investigation.
15. It's my D4, so 16.
Okay, so you're kind of like gently going around the carts, and you're kind of going on the corner of one. And you go, freaking sliver!
Damn it. Freak me out.
This is what you get.
Oh, I knew there was a booby trap somewhere.
Alright,
They
come on.
roughed it up for me.
Roll tetanus
Stop
damage.
screwing around, let's go.
So I get out my med kit and I give you a bandage. Tweezers, I pull the split
That's
out.
burning a spell slot right there.
Not with my med kit.
So
Okay.
he's not back either.
We'll
One
go on.
use.
Okay, let's just keep going.
Alright, so you guys
I need to replenish.
keep heading south. You eventually come to the southern road, and you're like, oh, we recognize this, so now we can kind of cruise a little faster.
I want to go down to the city, town, sorry.
Yeah, down to Foundown. You guys cruise on into Foundown. You pass by the metalsmith as you're coming in. The same familiar smells, sounds.
I know. I'm not sure.
Come sit with me.
Here, I can.
Is
Go
Debbie
on.
coming?
Yeah, he's just parking.
Okay.
People don't need to get by. We can at least do this for now.
There's this folding chair back here.
Okay, so we
You
can
can
squeeze it right
move somewhere for dinner.
there.
Yeah. So you guys are passing through. You guys remember the town hall is there. It's kind of this nostalgic. This is where we were babes when we first started, kind of feeling. You see the shrine there. Lady Gallia is there.
Oh, right. This is where that
And
was.
you recognize the shops that you've shopped at, and interestingly enough, you see there's the townspeople. You kind of vaguely recognize a few of them. There's one very interesting dwarf, kind of pacing over in a corner. He seems to be muttering to himself and reading a book.
Very interesting door.
So it's about early afternoon in Vandelver. What would you guys like to do? Vandellen.
I was to, collect whatever goods we're throwing. We're gonna go pawn off at the shop and head to
Ooh, except for we're
your
keeping
Farmer
it
Smith.
kosher.
And since I have the bag of holding, I will go with Falco, who also is carrying whatever weapons.
Okay, where are you going?
What is the name of the shop that we remember that we shopped at last
Was
time that we
Barthen's?
thought we would sell?
There's two of them, Barthen's Provisions and
Like
Lion
that for
Shield
back
Coaster.
Okay, provision, but one of them had more weapons,
That
right?
goes to the Lion Shoe.
Yeah, Lion Shield.
Okay, so like,
Barthen's Provisions, to remind you, is more of like the adventurers,
General
outfitting kind of stuff.
okay, and we think that maybe we would be able to sell more of our things at one.
Lion Shield.
Lion Shield, okay. Let's go to the Lion Shield.
Before you go, ask them if they've got anything that might improve my ability to avoid damage, without.
Without weighing you down.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm not looking for armor.
Got
More
it.
like something that
Some
might give me
conditioning,
some kind
maybe.
of magical bump.
Mithril.
I get you.
Yeah.
Great.
Maybe some 6-packs.
Yeah, yeah, it's got the Mithril antennas.
Some wires to strap around you.
It's got a jewel for the belly button.
And a girdle for those long winters.
Oh, that's what I was looking for. Girdle.
Ask if it comes in bedazzled.
You don't want the girdle.
Only
though,
right
because
here.
of the girdle.
Just put on the nipple, the areola. Areola for that bedazzling.
Areola the Got it.
That's all she heard.
Wow. Yeah, writing
That's a
that
little
one
extra.
down.
I'm asking about that, right?
Asking for a friend.
Yeah, or a friend. Alright,
Comes up as I wander off.
so you guys are just kind of hanging out in the courtyard area while they head in?
Yep.
Okay, so what would you guys like to do?
Okay.
I am going to go over while they're doing that. I'm going to go to
Oh,
Barthon's
yeah.
Provisions.
Parsons, okay?
Yeah.
I'll
I wanna
start
look
off
at my
with them.
stone coin thing for an hour.
Stone what?
The stone coin thing for an hour.
The whole time, just flipping it around when you got it.
Oh no, ma'am.
She's
Something
doing the
about
Doc
this thing.
Holiday.
Rubbing
coin
dirt
roll.
in it.
It's gonna be lucky, I swear.
Flicks it 100 times to see what the odds are. Alright, what are you guys doing?
Wander in and morning shop or afternoon shopping.
Afternoon
Afternoon.
shopping? Okay, so you head
We're really
into
good at
the...
talking with people.
I am drunk.
You head towards the Lion Shield coaster. You recognize the shield with the red lion on it. Very familiar. This was the very first thing you guys saw in your adventure.
And his name was.
Her name was Linen Greywind.
Linen Gerwin.
Also got
Greywind.
Greywind.
Yep.
This better. Thank you.
So again, the door opens, bling, you hear a little bell. Oh, hello, come in.
Jesse, you want some?
Miss Greywind, I have a haul for you.
Oh, I recognize you. How are you today?
Well, surprisingly
It's been a while.
Yes.
What have you been up to?
Been a while.
Looting castles, killing
It's
goblins.
been a long time.
Looting castles, killing goblins. Quite the adventure.
Exactly. We'd like to share our loot with you.
You have more loot for me.
Hopefully, pick up some.
In,
Nope, don't feel
in,
the
in hopes of procuring a fair trade with one so good as
You always
yourself.
have a fair trade with me, sweetheart. If you remember, you guys
Why does the
brought
shop
her
keep sound like Yoda?
the cart in the first place.
Right.
Oh, right.
And
We're-
she was like
we're
in our
tight.
debt. Like she loved us for it.
Yes.
She gave us a deal, I think. Take one
I think
part.
What can I help you with today?
So, we're looking for some better armor. We've taken a few beatings over the past couple months.
Just like months.
Getting a little worn down.
Okay.
So,
What- anything specific?
I myself am looking for some heavier plate armor.
Ooh, yeah.
Some plate armor. She kind of thinks about it. Oh, of course. I got something like that in the back. Of course, we'll speed things up. She gets you some plate armor. She kind of drags it out a little bit, and then you help her out instead of like watching this lady drag it out.
I'm just
And then-
picturing her actually dragging it.
Piece by piece.
Yeah.
If I knew she was a gnome, she pulled out.
So before she actually hands it completely to you, she says, "This I'll give it to you for 1,300 gold."
Woo!
That's very generous.
Am I walking you through what you're planning? Or are you just watching me?
Do it.
I'm also, well,
So
also looking
Always
for maybe something that
Watching YouTube about
won't
Minecraft
weigh,
while
you
playing
know,
Minecraft.
something that provides some protection, but won't weigh,
Minecraftception.
won't weigh a wearer down.
Won't weigh a wearer down. That sounds like muscles.
It was difficult to say.
She kind of giggles a little.
It sounds like muscles.
It sounds to me what you're looking for is mithril, perhaps? She kind of gets this sideways smile.
Well, I am curious in the mithril.
Yes.
That seems rather rare for a small town like this.
Well, after you guys left, you requested unique items, so I talked to my connections and had a few things brought from Neverwinter. I might have a couple things available.
What do you have?
what thanks?
There was a whole bunch of stuff I had from last time.
Let me look at my notes.
I know.
Let me remember. Yeah.
Remember, like Mufasa comes out of the sky.
Remember. More like crap. Remember. Oh, hey.
So dramatic.
Shut up, baby.
Hey, you've got the map.
You've been asking us for it this whole time.
Making us feel
It was
stupid.
hiding
I
behind
just
all
wanted to
the
say it.
stuff.
You guys are so disorganized. I've given it to you like 4 times.
CBS. Look it back to real.
Yeah. I do have armor that boosts your arm a little bit, but doesn't weigh you down in stealth bonus.
Yeah, yeah.
We're interested in that.
Very interested in that.
Yes.
I think I want to do an insight check on this shopkeep.
Something
She
sketchy.
keeps changing
Yeah, she
accents.
goes from Yoda to Mrs. Doubtfire real quick.
Hold on.
She peeks her
She's
head out
been
the window.
dating
I heard all of that!
Shush, you miscreants! Go back out to the street where you belong.
We're not even there.
Mental health issues are a real struggle. Don't make fun of it.
Would you be willing to part with any of this magical armor, or
I would.
and what can we do for you?
This is the chair will go back. That's as far back as it'll go. So.
Are you interested in that? I do have one other special item I did bring in.
Please show
Since
us.
you were requesting special items.
Please, we would like to see all the special items you have.
Quickly.
All of them.
I can't show you this next one, but I can promise you it has its benefits. It allows its wearer to, let's say, jump from one place to another
Like the most vague shopkeep ever.
Oh my goodness. It
I'm into
costs 20,000 gold.
Check it out!
Says the crow. Goes
See the dwarf?
through the window.
I mean, you do see a ring like tapping on the glass.
Yeah.
I mean, my stupid people.
I know where you're at right now, too.
Why can't we see this, or why can't we show this to us?
It's safe right now. You know I have history with unfortunate robbing, so I'm trying to keep my very
We're down.
valuables in a very safe place.
Can you tell us more about like where it came from and how it works?
Some things are left better as secrets, but I do have very reputable connections in Neverwinter.
So she's asking us to buy something that
we don't know what it is.
You were dealing with the.
I
That's
just
it.
told you what it
It's a
is.
North Pole deal.
You gave a very vague description of it.
You're not there.
just saying. Like,
Oh,
how these days
I'm
of
interacting
business.
with the people that are there right now.
My dear, shopkeep, we do love doing business with you and are most interested in these items that you speak of. Would you be interested in giving us a secure demonstration of such said item in a place, a safe place of your choosing? And we promise, as you know, we are of the highest repute when it comes to dealing with things honestly, from our connections before when we replaced your cart and belongings.
This is true.
Oh, yeah.
He's super secret.
Everybody wants a demonstration. Although I can't demonstrate stealthiness while wearing the armor. Where am I going to sneak around you?
The armor is not exactly what I was speaking of, but more the item that of which transportation from one place.
That is
to
another piece of armor.
Did you get it?
The armor allows its wearer to transport.
How large is this piece of armor?
It's normal size armor.
It's like a breastplate and like. Okay. It's not a shield. It's like a.
No, it's
I
not a
put
shield.
a thing on.
It's actual wearing armor.
Okay. In what size does it fit? Is it made to fit?
It's medium.
Like for a natural human born
Yeah,
person?
it's humanoid.
Okay.
What would it take for you to part with this?
Which item?
The two of them.
Both of them? I'll say the armor that allows a little more stealthfulness, the mithril armor, will go for 350 gold pieces.
350 gold pieces. Okay.
Mhm.
Mithril armor. Okay.
The other item is a little more rare. It takes a lot of enchanting to do what it does. That one will be about 2,500 gold pieces.
Oh, that would be so rad.
What if we gave you a down payment on it?
It's a scam.
We promise to, make it up to you later.
Come back.
What guarantee do I have that you'll come back?
Do you do lateway?
Yeah.
Hey,
Walmart.
I have my word as a paladin of the north that we will return the rest of the funds.
Holy man right here.
I do recognize many religions. Ooh, I see where you're going. Persuasion.
You have inspiration too.
I know.
There's your inspiration.
Let's see here.
14?
20?
Is it a 20?
Not a natural 20.
Not a natural 20.
Rolling 20.
And are we doing an inspiration? Is it do I get advantage or do I add the
D6.
D6. Okay, it's D6. Well then we'll just use that inspiration right now. 26.
Yeah!
Nice.
Are you kidding me? Are you
Oh, you should have seen us last time. We were like rolling down.
We had like
It,
4
all it was
natural
was 6. It's
twenties.
like
You just
26.
Give or take a little.
So he looks at you and kind of pauses for a moment and looks in your eyes. Doesn't break contact. She looks away and kind of smiles and says, "I'll give it to you for 2/3 the price
Embrace
now,
that over.
and the rest later."
2/3 the price now. What is that? What, do we have enough gold for that?
Hey, Lynn, you wanna just bring it over so you don't have to walk back and
And
forth?
the other one.
I'll take one, so,
What did she get? Oh, cookies.
Don't we have enough
Pass the
now?
snacks around.
Have
Yeah.
just under 3,000.
Yeah, you wanna share?
It was 2,500, so 2/3 left.
Math is hard, John.
It's what, 1,500?
Did you have the chips of what?
Okay.
It's,
did we agree
No,
on
50.
this stuff? Like, I thought we
Yeah.
wanted
Plus
specific things
350.
we were looking for, or not buy it all.
So 2,100.
Anybody?
I don't remember.
We're like, who went to go buy? What's happening?
400 gold.
I'm sitting there looking like
How
blind.
much do you need?
Where?
How much?
3310 total.
Well, ask Val if she's throwing her money in and you'll have enough.
good luck.
Oh yeah. That's not here right now.
They're dealing with their
I'm interested. I might need to go see a colleague first before I can give y'all the amount you're asking at the moment for the plate mail, mithril, and
The magical item.
Did Val throw it in when we were on the cart earlier, or?
We have
Did you
discussed-
chip in your gems for sale, is what they're asking.
Or are you just saying you have them?
will for whatever you guys want.
then let's write
That's
that
what
and
they're
say
We did that.
Yeah, to save time,
Okay.
that would have been happening on the
Yeah,
ride.
Yeah,
sorry.
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
So add whatever those gems were worth to your
450.
money purse.
It was 450.
Good.
It should give us a little over 3,300, I think.
Oh, this is what they're talking about.
and 3310 is what we're spending. So
Yes.
Lady Graywin, you have a deal.
She looks at you and smiles, reaches out her hand, shakes your hand. Actually, she kind of goes like this instead.
My gauntlet in hand, reaches for it. Bows politely.
Money is exchanged, go ahead and, take that money away, and then whoever has the mithril armor, whatever your,
What type of armor is that?
that's what I'm saying, so whatever you, who is gonna take that mithril armor?
Well, it depends on what it
This
is.
one, right?
I think so.
That's what we bought it for.
But is it half plate? Is it?
So, what I'm saying is, whatever you currently have, like whatever you can equip now, that is now mithril.
Right.
Well, I've got breastplate, and mithril doesn't give me any kind of AC boost as a breastplate
Why not?
because
Doesn't it
it's
just have
the
any?
same.
Mithril's the same as a normal breastplate?
Yeah.
I thought that was the entire reason as to why we were
Mithril is 14 and a regular breastplate is 14. So what mithril does is it doesn't necessarily
Removes
add
the
AC, it just
disadvantage.
removes disadvantage. With breastplate doesn't have disadvantage already. I'm trying to bump my AC without disadvantage. So I'd need the next so it'd probably be half plate.
Weren't you asking for you though, the plate?
Mithril?
The plate for me.
Yeah.
Okay, so he gets it then.
So yeah,
Make
Wait.
sure you get it.
What did we
I
just
think
buy?
I think the mithril was separate from the plate, wasn't it?
That's my
Like you
understanding.
had plate, mithril,
oh,
and
so
then
you
the
bought
constipation.
plate,
Two items.
mithril, and
Yeah.
the other, the unique item?
Yeah.
And you're able to afford it all?
Yeah.
Perfect, okay. So,
I'm so confused.
who has disadvantage on their, who,
Oh.
I guess who's gonna take the mithril armor?
So I was hoping for the mithril armor, but it wouldn't benefit me if it's breastplate.
I need a new buff flask.
So in
What-
order for
what
it to
is
be
the
worth it,
mithril
I would need
So
either half plate.
How much gold do you have left?
Right now,
102.
102.
102?
I just want an axe.
You
Okay,
have
Cyrus,
one.
make sure you order it in black.
Yeah.
Cyrus really needs to up
Minus
his AC.
100 and I'll give him the half
Phil
plate.
needs up his AC.
Oh, okay.
It comes in green. Can you send that back?
So you now can have, actually, so what we'll do is we'll do a partial trade. He'll give me
But
his,
he wasn't wanting the disadvantage that came with the half plate.
It's mithril though.
I'm saying he's getting half plate mithril and I'm trading him his current armor.
My
Okay.
armor of
And
the slave.
taking your last 100.
Yep.
Got it.
Okay.
So then we just have
To make
two
the
little
difference.
pieces.
So the
Whatever
nitrogen,
we personally.
now you have your plate armor, correct?
Yes.
And you guys have bought this.
Have something?
Thanks, John. Yeah.
Usually,
Sell my chainmail. 75 gold right there. So.
I know.
You were talking. Oh yeah, my brother is. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give you a second to communicate that if you want while I grab water.
Let me know.
You may wanna come join us, I guess,
Yeah.
then.
You want to read it out loud?
Roll 32.
Okay. We have procured,
Think about jumping.
Misty.
Just listen.
so we just bought Misty armor. This armor is imbued with the spell of Misty Step. Twice per long rest, as a bonus action, you may act as if you were casting Misty Step. No components are required. Briefly surrounded by silvery mist, you teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space that you can't see.
That you cannot see?
That you can see.
Oh, that you can't
Oh.
see. And does it have to be the same level?
Like
you don't
upstairs.
Doesn't
If
specify
you can
that.
see it, you can get up to it.
So
You
whose armor is
skip the
this?
stairs if you can see.
We bought it. It
That
has
was-
not been,
Oh, okay.
this is what we bought.
That would be
It
really
has
good
not been
armor to
done.
go to somebody who
Not
is
yet.
like does
Slow.
a
But
tanky
it can
kind of
fit
thing.
a
Pretty
humanoid
much filler
person.
valve.
A
Filler
humanoid.
valve.
Size-wise humanoid.
A medium
medium
size.
We're all
We're
humanoid.
all.
But we're all
Well,
humanoid.
She's not.
So she's
Oh,
small.
medium.
No.
He wouldn't qualify.
Where does it say medium?
You
All
told
I
us
have to
medium.
You told
Yeah.
you said
So medium is the armor class.
I asked you what size it would fit,
Mm-hmm.
and
You
you
said
said
medium.
medium.
Oh, I said humanoid.
I just
For
wanted to
the
see, like,
other stuff, yeah.
so Val and Stony wouldn't be able to wear it because they're small and large. Doesn't
That's
So,
what I was
well,
asking.
he can't
Different
wear
size.
anything but his butt flap anyway, so.
We're all humanoid.
What size though?
I want to myth.
Yeah, everybody is humanoid.
Yeah.
Except Bezazzle partially. He's humanoid.
I have a tail.
Yeah.
Well, humanoid, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's bipedal is really what it's asking.
Right, right, right.
And speaks common.
Would
Us-
a enemy get a opportunity of attack if
No,
you were to
that's the whole
teleport from
point.
it? That's the whole point, okay.
Does it actually give any AC bonus? Because if it doesn't, it should
does
go to the
not.
monk who gets the armor bonus for not wearing armor
She can already she can teleport.
once.
Yeah.
But just once per long rest.
That's true.
She
Can you
don't
bring
let her
anybody
jump.
with you
She's
with
up
that
to
Misty
3.
armor?
You can make
Not
her
the
night
Misty
Not the
armor.
Misty Step.
Not the
Only
Misty-
only the
Nightcrawler.
traveling.
Nightcrawler.
Yeah.
Nightcrawler.
Yeah. If it's is it AC?
It's not an AC, but my AC is already really high.
Yeah.
So you should probably take that.
Does
Alright.
does it count as worn armor? As like if she puts it on there, would she lose any bonuses for not wearing armor?
I don't
It doesn't
think
say.
so.
Because you only get your monk and
I mean,
Whatever
it's
it says.
considered armor.
That's
So-
what our question is. Is it considered armor?
Hold on 1 second
Well,
about.
it's in its name, right? Misty.
It's a custom item that I made, so
Would
gotcha.
I
So it's up to you.
lose?
it is technically armor.
It is technically armor. Damn. It's a breastplate. Sorry.
So it's just for somebody that needs mobility but not necessarily protection and isn't using unarmored bonuses.
Well, I'm not wearing armor. not
So-
just
Myself, baby.
Maybe it should go to Regina then because she needs the extra. She's needing the extra speed and she's.
But she would lose her
Oh, her
AC.
AC.
I would use, yeah, I would use the AC
Honestly,
bonus.
probably either Whisper or Bren would get the most use out of it, being able to go to ledges and such, or get away from people attacking them. And Whisper doesn't wear armor anyways.
Yeah, so
That's
maybe
true.
Whisper should have it because Shelby's gotten a bunch of magical stuff in
Yeah.
already.
Whisper has it.
Whisper hasn't.
pretty often though, so I'm okay with not
Yeah,
getting
just
something
those two characters would be the ones to me that would make the most sense using it.
I do
Yeah.
use.
And we can't, it's not like we can't switch it out later if we find the dynamic
Yeah,
needs to be
true.
changed.
Totally true. Yeah, so I do use unarmored defense while not wearing armor and not using a shield. My AC
So
equals
I'm
10
removing
plus
stuff
Dex
there
and
to
Wisdom
remove that.
modifier,
Yeah.
which
Alright.
gives me
Yes,
19.
yeah, could you
Yeah.
trade
Lose
it?
that.
And so I will pass on this and when we come back to our group, I will say, Whisper, I think we may have procured something for you. For a very expensive price. So
I'll,
don't leave
I'll
us.
react when you actually join the group.
Alright, so Lennon says, thank you, is there anything else I can do for you? You're always welcome here.
You have been most
Saviors of Vandal.
We will be back with more loot for you.
I like that title.
Is there
And the rest of your
anything-
payment.
You
Yes.
see it like
Yes,
you
of
see it
course
under
you
your
will.
name.
Yeah.
How much do we owe?
Is there anything
Here above our
I
heads.
should be looking out for you guys in the future?
750.
Did you guys catch that?
Is there anything else that we want, that we were thinking that we might want in the future times?
Didn't we talk about a lot of things?
An axe for Stony, right?
Enchanted great
Yes,
axe.
please.
Maybe, yeah, an enchanted one.
An enchanted axe. And we are looking for a larger, perhaps more magical enchanted item in the form of an axe for one of our compatriots.
Great axe.
Axe, shield, breastplate, bracers, anything that will boost our defenses.
Anything that blocks and hits.
Well, yeah, but better.
I like that list.
And also perhaps any blessed arrows you might come across.
Where is it? Oh, there it is.
Maybe anything that might boost intelligence.
What about cheese?
That's another question, John. We haven't been tracking ammo thus far. With
Ammo isn't a thing,
Okay.
other than special ammo.
That's what I was wondering. Is that she only gets 10 shots with the arrows?
Yeah, if they're
Yeah.
special arrows, then we'll come across them.
So keep track.
So we'll keep track of that.
Sounds good. Well, thank you for your business, and I hope to see you soon.
Thank you so much, Lady.
Be safe.
Lady
And
Greenland.
you?
I'm so
Keep track
happy.
of her. Okay.
Moving on.
Okay, what would you like to do?
Back to the group.
Back to the group.
Has it been an hour yet?
Why are we waiting for an hour?
I wanna know, like, coin.
We can, I mean, you find
That's special.
We're actually casting something.
It tastes like lemon?
No, to like see if
Right
it's,
now.
okay, got any special.
No, he
So
has
let's keep the ball rolling.
And we don't have any more gold.
So are you guys coming back to the group now?
Yes.
Okay.
Do we want to role play that or just auto play it?
Can we
We'll
not?
come back.
Just
Can we come back now to our group wherever they were?
Okay, so your group is hanging out, middle of the courtyard again. This is kind of the, if you guys remember, it's kind of a circular area, buildings all around. You got your fountain with, you got your town hall, you got the other couple shops, and you see townspeople and what I've described before.
So we'll enter back in. Guys, guess what we got?
Well, I like the look on your face right now.
walk over my
Did you
shiny
find
new
some
plate
good
armor.
stuff?
Phil's gonna be kind of like shuffling back and forth.
Yeah, you got
We purchased 3 items. We have 2 gold pieces left.
Oh,
Good news, bad news. Bad news first, we only have 2 gold pieces left. Good news, we have this shiny new plate armor, which is so precious and nice.
very nice.
We have 1 mithril armor piece,
Phil's eyebrows disappear into his hairline.
Beautiful.
and also, did she give us the magic thing? She gave us the magic thing. Also, this Whisper, I thought of you.
For me? Oh, thank you.
Never says a word until now.
I
Well,
would cherish it.
Am I correct in assuming that the mithril is for me?
Yes.
Yes, but without
Yeah.
I'm gonna run up and give him both at a time. Oh,
Is it black?
this material is the jewel of my people. I've always dreamed about having a mithril set.
And I'm gonna like feel really uncomfortable with the contact and just be like, "Yes."
So there's this long, awkward pause of a
You in
hug,
particular, when I kiss her on the forehead.
and that's just like super quiet. Everybody's kind of paused watching. You hear this in the background. Stupid people.
Oi, shut up, Bo. You're lucky I'm in a good mood right now.
It wasn't Poe.
Okay, well, if
The
we,
metagaming
if you
in
guys have any more
Poe
business, we have
character.
orcs to hunt, I believe, and it's better to travel during the day.
I've got one quick errand to run, and I run over to Barthon's
So this
provisions.
is armor that I put on and
Yes.
what's it look like?
However you want.
And it's called Mist Gamut. Is it super shiny or can I make it look like whatever I want it to?
It's however you want it to look.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna run over to Barthon's provisions, and go into the door. Is Elmar there?
Mhm.
Is that who I see? Good evening, Elmar. Good to see you again.
Welcome back, young lad.
Right. So I'm just giving.
you in a while.
I know I've been missing you dearly. So
I've got
ever
frogs
since I
on
left the
fire
last.
for you. Cheers you.
Oh crap. Right. So anyway, yes, I cheers him. Knock him back. So he's a fucking raven following me. So
Sorry.
I'm gonna cut right to the chase because we're on a bit of a time crunch. Go ahead, Molly.
Really quickly. I forgot to say that we still owe Braywin 750 gold P. So just want to put that out there for the group.
We do?
We have
we
it down.
got this nice mithril for you.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Hello, baby.
Girl, we have a debt, just so you remember. We have to make 750 gold P to give back to her.
This should help in that because I can commission stuff.
Great.
So ever since I left you the last time, the only thing that's been on my mind is that travel forge that you offered me last time.
Well, I'm glad you finished that sentence. I was about to get really awkward.
I mean, we could go that way if you want, but I don't think we knew each other that well yet.
I'm not drinking.
Roll persuasion.
I'm gonna need more of those toasts you gave me just a minute ago. So the only catch is, I've got most of the gold, but I was wondering if you'd be willing to trade. I've got 68 gold of the 75, but would you be willing to trade maybe some boar hide or deer hide that you could sell
Again,
for?
you guys remember Elmar is this big, huge, swole dude. He kind of sets his arm on the bar stool again, kind of looking at you, says, "Heroes of Fandalen, bah. Give me the boar hide and the golden Wakala goods."
Oh, I knew I liked you for a reason. And so I give him the gold and
Grabs
the
you,
boar hide.
grabs your arm by
I'm
the.
like, I don't have much. But
Yep, had to do it.
Well, in honor of this deal, I propose a toast, and I pull out my flask of my what's left of my fine whiskey.
Man that carries his own skull. Good. I knew I liked you.
I give him a shot.
Cool. He takes more than just a shot.
I give him as much as he wants. I am excited about this forge.
Okay, you now have a mobile mini forge.
Yes.
And no help
That is fine with me.
or gold.
So, I'd love to stay in.
Yeah, it's not in D&D.
I'd love to stay in chat, and we'll catch up later. And I'll be sure to send more business your way. But I've got to get back to the group. We've got to go hunt some orcs.
Sounds good.
Orcs?
Yeah, orcs.
What the hell is that? Do you know anything about this raven?
The ravens are raven. They're all food, right?
Do they all talk?
Not all of them. They must be trained to talk, from what I understand.
I've got my eye on you, Bert. Where's the orcs? So I'm going to run back to the group, carrying my forge as best I can.
Dragging it.
Ooh, what's this?
I've got a present we can both share.
Throw it on the
Oh
heart.
my word, I can finally start making like jewelry and like forged items.
She must use it to bedazzle.
No, calm down. If I make jewelry, we can sell that crap for more money and we can like buy more cool things.
I
Or
keep
more
forgetting
beer.
you're a jeweler.
Or more beer.
Oh, I like where your head's at.
I know.
Those
Let's
do with more
drink
ale.
and forge.
Yeah, high fiber.
High five.
Alright, I've got all that I need.
Okay, you guys are grouped up. What you guys doing?
what time of day is it?
It's mid-evening.
Oh, started that late.
So we need to get
Well, I
this.
mean,
Time.
early afternoon. You only spent maybe an hour doing all this.
That's okay.
It's midnight somewhere.
We were pretty quick.
So, should we get hit the road? Or are we getting in a hotel? The road?
Hey, Cyrus,
Road.
what is my
I
armor?
prefer
Hit the
Let's
road.
go, let's
What's
go.
my armor? What's my AC of just armor?
Who's in the party? You said we
you're not wearing it.
I know. So it's 0?
What's that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
So-
so
I
We need to
think
introduce
just natural
ourselves.
armor is just like 10 points. And then you get plus your dexterity modifier.
Oh.
When are we?
So that's
we
2
haven't
points.
met
Plus
yet,
you have
So we
unarmored defense,
actually
So when we meet,
which is another 3 points
Introduce.
plus your 2 points for your bracelets.
2 plus 2 is 4.
yeah.
Well, I mean, depending on.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends. Yeah, it depends on who's in the group and
10 plus what's your
Depends on-
your
yeah.
your dex?
depends on a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
If you just like want to introduce
Wait, so we're still in town and we're not
So you guys are in the
stopping
middle
at
of-
the bar
Take off the
leaving?
You guys. So you guys are in the middle of the courtyard again, trying to paint you the picture where you're at.
Should be 17.
It's kind of a circular area. There's a grassy field in one area, buildings kind of all around you. You remember the town,
We should be at
the
17.
town hall. You just came out of a couple shops. You've got the statue of Lady Luck that you visited before. And you do notice, out of all the characters around you, it's just kind of normal hustle and bustle of Phandelver. Some of the faces you recognize, whether you talk to them or not. You do notice a strangely dressed dwarf, seemingly kind of pacing to himself, kind of talking to himself with a book in his face.
Is this man crazy?
Come on, dwarves, activate.
Hey, oh, you
Okay.
said he's a dwarf?
Yes.
Let's
And I'm,
be
I'm gonna
let's
call
go
out to him in
figure out-
Dwarvish. Well met, friend.
Yeah, he doesn't hear you.
Oi, it's a well met friend. And I kind of throw a pebble at him.
Okay. so just by getting hit by the pebble, he kind of like wakes from his like what it seems like is like some sort of trance as he like lifts the book away from his face.
You like
oh
start?
what? Oh what? Yeah, yeah. And then you see this like kind of like it's about 5 foot, so like kind of a taller, but kind of slender. You kind of notice that he's wearing a deep blue robe. That's kind of tight around the middle edge, but everything else kind of fits okay, just fine. He deep brown hair, deep black beard, silver all over. He carries a staff that's like the stone-shaped staff that's like marble, and it has kind of like a malachite green orb at the top. And he's been carrying this book, and then you see the raven. That's been stalking you, coming over to his shoulder, like, rat, found the booze!
I just kind of skimmed the raven and stayed down. Oh, it's that fucking raven again.
Huh? Me? Talking to me?
Is that your
Me?
raven?
He's my raven. Are you my raven? I'm with him, he's with me. We're together.
I'm confused.
It's okay. Also in Dwarvish, you're confused a lot. So,
Oh, speaking
what are you
of
reading?
pot called the kettle black.
Like, we've seen you raving around. You're reading a cool book. Like, what's up? What you doing in town?
Good question. Very good questions. All great questions. I love questions. Questions are great. What was the question?
Yeah.
You're gonna be a fun one, aren't you?
I think you
What you
know
doing in town, sir?
Okay,
You hear that?
you guys, we're going to leave him. Just keep going.
My name is Frederick. Frederick Rockseeker. I'm pretty sure you've
Ooh.
met another. I'm looking for my cousin.
Do you know Gundren? Is
Yeah,
that who you're talking about?
Gundren's my cousin. I'm looking for my cousin. I know why. Hold on, I'll flip through my pages. I know why I'm looking for Gundren.
You forgot why you're looking for your cousin?
I know. Don't tell me.
Okay.
Don't tell me.
I forget things too.
The council sent me. The council sent me because they said that he's actually made progress on his quest. So I need to check in with him to see how things are going.
I'm just gonna be staring at him, like stroking my beard, like trying to figure out this guy.
You can the more that you stare at him, the more you realize that there's a lot of ash and chalk all over him, and he kind of doesn't reek of booze, but it's like a pleasant aroma.
It's like an
Corpse.
So,
Like he slept in the fire.
so we're with Gundren.
We know Gundren pretty well.
Should we all go to the pub together?
Huh?
If
Rat, there's the booze. I like your bird.
This is Yuri.
Bird's super cool.
oh Yuri.
Oh, Yuri, he says.
What the fuck?
Oh, what the heck? He says.
I'm just gonna start
Just drinking.
start drinking.
Maybe you can just walk away, he'll follow.
Are we all in a group together? I mean, obviously we've kind of stepped
Gundren is out there with you right now.
I forgot where Gundren did go.
He came
We
to
know.
town with you. He's not with you right now.
So he's in town
I
though.
don't remember where he went though.
Well, if you're looking for
I'm assuming
Gundren,
he's
you're
in-
gonna
You
look.
traveled with him, but he's not with you right now.
Yes, but
Yeah.
he came with us to the town. Well, if you're looking for Gundren and you're luck, we happen
That's right, I am looking for Gundren.
Well,
You're right.
we happen to have brought him to you. He's somewhere here in town. I'm not sure where he went. We went shopping and we parted ways, but I'm sure if we wait at the pub long enough, he'll show up.
Okay.
So I get some jerky out of my traveler's pack, and I hold it up to your raven.
He bites at it. Yeah, he's
Is
for
there a
it.
nipper finger?
No, not even a little
I
bit.
seriously like
No.
it.
Oh, and he goes, oh, what the fuck?
Do it again. Do it again.
He goes, do it again! Do it again!
I like your bird.
Right, give me the boost!
I like him even more.
I'm just gonna
Well,
kind of
we should
experimentally
definitely
like look
have
at my
a
drinking
sale.
horn and like.
He goes not just beak deep, he goes like head deep.
Is your bird Dwarven?
Is he dwarven? No.
Dwarven red. That would have been weird.
He's obviously related. It's the booze.
It's
the booze.
Oh, I wasn't sure about this raven, but I think we've got more in common than we thought.
yeah, well, we've been friends for a long time, me and Yuri, and I point to the bird. Yuri, who's still like head deep in your class.
You spelled Yuri.
It's AUR. It's short for Aurelius, but yeah, it's Yuri.
So from down the street, as you guys are having this, you suddenly hear this. I only know of one bird with that smart of a mouth. You turn around and you see Gundry Roxy. You're coming from the.
There is that. See, that's Gundry. I know it.
I'm gonna look at the two of them. Like, can I see a resemblance at all?
Not
Because they
really.
definitely
No.
don't act the same.
No,
Not really at all.
You should get related.
What in freaking hell? They sent you?
No.
Yeah, like that. Who else would they send? Of course. Come on. Dad said like I'd come find you, and I found
Your
you.
dad
Yeah,
sent
yeah.
you.
He did. Him and the rest of the council said like I should come check on you.
You should come check on me.
The clan just wanted to make sure that you're doing
The
this.
clan wanted you to check on me.
I mean, you're the nature of what you're doing. I don't know who else they'd
Oh,
send.
fucking hell.
Come on, man. It's not that
Feels
great.
like
Come
you're
on. You're doing
getting
I hear you're doing a great job, and I'm for it. and
Yeah, I'm doing a great job. I found it.
You found it.
Yes.
You did?
To be
Yes,
fair,
I
you
know
almost-
where it's at.
To be fair, you almost did.
You shut up, Brett. This is
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Where are the
Well, that's great. I mean, they.
now?
Uh,
I think we're all just.
cards on the table. Didn't think
Are we
you
close?
think
Like,
you
are
find
we
it.
seeing
They
this?
didn't think I
We're
would
all
find
right
it.
here.
Oh, okay.
Of course they wouldn't think I would find it. Well,
Let's talk
screw
great
them.
news. Where is
We're,
it?
we're gonna. You think I'm gonna give you that information?
I just want. Dad wants to know. And
My little tiny
Dad said
cousin
he'd
that
send
talks
you.
to parrots.
Hey, he's a raven, and he's my best. He's not even a raven. He's my
Pish
best
posh.
friend.
He's my best friend.
Well, we're gonna show them. We're gonna show them what the rock seeker name means. We're gonna go get this cave, and then we can laugh in their face, and your bird can cuss them out.
Yeah, and right at that point, he like slams his spellbook shut. He's like, "Right, you are, cousin." They said something about a pub.
That's where I was headed. Let's go do this.
Plus,
All right.
that we
Montage.
It's pub time.
Can we take a 5-minute break?
Yeah, 5-minute break.
We discussed it. Literally drink.
Yeah. Well, let's get to morning first. Are you guys doing anything?
The entire
Before
time
the
we're in
night?
the entire time we're in the pub, I'm gonna be teaching Yuri all the curse words I know.
Okay. You want to describe a few of those so that he has them in his arsenal?
I would love to, but there are small ears.
Right, and like so Yuri like he's a familiar. He's a fae that
I
is
forget,
actually.
thank you.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. So he's also been around. He's my best friend. He's been around for years. So it's
He
not like
knows
he's
them all.
not unfamiliar with
Yeah.
dwarven parliaments.
Yeah.
Parliaments is a good word.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
It's quite
Okay.
loquacious.
Anyone else doing anything
Besides
before
drinking?
long rest?
What happened with my coin?
She's still outside
Sarcastic.
staring at it.
It's also just by
It's like grasshoppers.
Just sitting,
Night sky.
rocking.
Alright, so you have spent more than
Okay.
an hour. You wanted to make absolutely sure you spent enough time focusing on this coin. This is, at the end of this time, you just like start crying and you realize it's just a concrete stone coin.
Aw, but they don't know that.
Maybe it owes us something.
Your
though.
heart bleeds. You want it to be more. You want to keep it,
Keep it.
but it's just a concrete coin right now.
Maybe transform into the beauty.
Part of you,
Right now.
part of you wants
Sit
to
right now.
endeavor. This, I won this. This is mine.
I open up the door and I go, I can take it back from you.
No, I'm pretty sure it's lucky. So
Okay, well you better keep it then.
sure it's.
I've been looking at it for a long time, and I'm pretty sure that it's lucky. I know it doesn't look like anything, and I haven't really found anything to substantiate those claims, but I'm pretty sure it's lucky.
I just point at you and I go, come inside.
I go inside and I see that I haven't really like noticed the commotion of this thing happening, and I'm just like, look at this dude with his like weird bird, and I put my cloak up, and then I like go over there and start trying to rifle through his pockets.
You are gonna pickpocket him.
Me? Why wouldn't
Yes.
me? Why wouldn't you?
Roll stealth and
He
roll
does seem
perception.
oblivious enough to
What's,
that.
you-
what's your natural? I don't. It's 17, right?
My
Not your natural. His natural.
My natural what?
Your
Passive
natural
perception.
passive. Sorry.
Passive perception or investigation?
17, right?
you have a
Perception.
It would be
you have a
perception.
disadvantage rolling.
While you're on stealth.
Well, no, just because I have my cloak up.
Oh, okay.
She's
No,
got
it's
it.
an 8.
She got to spend. Oh,
Oh, perception.
you might not need to.
You're gonna be
spend-
broke, bro.
Joke's on you.
Already
Find a lot
out.
of belly button.
Okay, so 13.
He's gonna be naked.
So that's 20.
20.
21.
I'm not even gonna help her. I'm just gonna watch.
So you're
Sleight of hand.
sleight of handing him?
Yeah.
You want to describe what she might grab from you?
In my pockets? Yeah, you find
Bird treats.
yeah, some bird treats. You find a flask that has the Rockseeker emblem on it. You find 10 pieces of gold. You find various pieces of chalk, coal, flint,
And something
feathers,
an old piece
Like a chicken bone.
a goblin necklace.
Wow, that was actually impressive.
Okay.
He is very drunk.
I'm gonna snag his
handfuls.
flask. I'm gonna snag his flask because I just want to mess with him.
Okay.
Some of it's like 2 hands.
Ooh, you should go stick the goblet necklace.
And I'm gonna take all his chalk.
Oh. Okay.
Just
I
the
was gonna
spike
say to
stealing.
put back over his head. Like,
Just the
And
spike stealing.
And that's it.
She unknowingly completely disarms the wizard. Cast it
Yeah,
into
take
that
that
shot.
yeah.
I needed that shot. The castings.
Fireball! Fireball!
Wait,
Oh.
hold on. Wait. I need to check something.
Yes!
Oh, that's fun.
Alright, is anybody else doing anything?
I would like to refill my flask because it has got to be getting almost empty now. So how much would that cost to refill a flask?
Like,
So the raven even misses
Fire.
it.
Oh, nice.
I've got. Come on. I have
Roll the
3
12.
silver.
I will give you
Yeah,
gold.
12. He's
Yeah.
got a plus 1.
Thank you, Kara.
She buys you beer.
I'll buy you a flask of alcohol.
Right,
Of
so
some sort.
brandy.
Is a hip flask something you have
Is
to
the bird
purposely
wearing
buy, or it doesn't like come with your traveling gear? Because you
It
have a
doesn't come with
water.
traveling, yeah.
Yeah, so I would like
No,
to get one
like,
for
necklace
myself. I'd have to
pouch.
go buy one.
And if you stare at it long enough, there's
I
like a
might
cool
try to
little
put down a
to
little
it.
bit.
You can just add it if you want to spend the gold.
A gold piece to get a hip flask, and then to fill it.
Another gold.
Okay, so 2 gold.
Overall,
So as we're drinking, I have a few. I get a little tipsy. I go out to the fountain in the middle of town, and I start singing ballads to the Stormlord, and I throw a couple copper pieces into the fountain in tribute to the water. I might splash my feet in it a little bit. I think I dance in the fountain.
Where are we trying to get to?
Yeah, so it's
See-
hand knitting.
So you see Sister Gorilla is not approaching you, she's kind of off on the side, just like watching you.
I'm just
Very
singing ballads to the
disapprovingly.
Stormlord about how great and powerful he is. and
Drunkenly splashing around in
Just
the
happy.
Sacred fountain.
Yeah.
Just super happy. Like, just, a few copper pieces here and there. Just, and then eventually I'll like go pass out in a room
Okay,
or somewhere.
sounds good.
A room, an alleyway.
Yeah.
I end up
So
somewhere.
you guys shack up at Stonehill Inn again.
Okay,
That was
perfect.
for free.
I'm going to sleep in the cart to protect my precious forge.
Yep.
Beautiful.
So I got.
Anything
I started
else?
looking
I
for my
bought
flask.
12, but only
I know Ryder mentioned my axe. Was there anything that, is it like a...
We didn't find
Nothing got
anything.
upgraded for you yet.
It's just
We
like
Not
didn't
yet.
have anything.
I think it's.
So do you, is this something you want to roll perception on, or you want to?
I'm sitting at the bar, just
Drinking from it.
drinking from his flask.
From his
so,
flask?
Yeah, so we'll see what.
Okay, roll perception.
Me?
Yeah.
Do I have to roll if I want to?
I still have my cloak
How
on,
about,
by the way.
because I'm trying to find it, how about investigation?
minus
that has to
5
be,
being
you have to
drunk.
be looking at something specific for investigation.
I'm looking for something specific.
Oh,
pretty sure.
Okay.
It's a 5-4 for me.
Cool. That's 29.
Alright,
Oh, damn.
Okay, so as I'm reading from the
noticed.
class, I'm also laying out the chalk on the counter, just like one by one, like
So-
counting them.
So he tries to walk over.
I draw like a little smiley face
He's
on the
awkward.
counter.
Yeah, he's really awkward. Like, that's my Steve. That's my Steve. But it's like he's like really drunk at this point too, and like the robe that he's wearing wasn't tailored for him. So he like trips over the robe and like stumbles like at your feet, and he like looks up at you and he's like, "It's my job."
What? That was just drinking from
I
the
love
flask.
your character so much.
It's like my Chuck, my Chuck.
This Chuck?
I like
Sure.
I like go like I go like into a trance, and then all of a sudden the raven starts like pecking at me.
I give him some worm meat. Does he like worm?
He's no, he's focused. Yeah, he rolled a 9 attack against you.
Raven's also a little drunk through the silent connection.
Okay, well that doesn't do anything.
Okay, well he's like pecking at your hair or whatever he's trying to do. He's pecking at you. He's trying to peck at you, but he's like pecking at the bar because the raven's also drunk. And then he tries to like flap into intimidation, and then he like flips over the top.
You're a really odd fellow, aren't you?
And then he calls out of the trance like, "Can I have that back, please? Please.
Alright. And I give him back his flask and his chalk.
And he just like kind of like opens his robe and like puts all of it. And just like chalk just kind of gets all of it. He does not care. Like the chalk was already there anyway. And then he tries to like get the. He's like, well, he takes a second to like admire the emblem, and then he puts it back in his pocket.
Is your bird okay?
What?
Your bird.
Bird.
He fell over the bar.
Bird.
Phil's gonna be smoking off of his tobacco pipe and just like blow a smoke ring at the bird.
I pick him up by one leg.
Oh, what the heck? He said.
And I just hand him back to you.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, okay, thanks. And he's like, now he's back in my hand. He's just like,
You take a pug over water but doesn't
Yeah.
quite touch, and they're like trying to swim.
yeah, he's like, his legs are like ticking like this, and then he fluffs up like he's like ready for bed.
At that note, everybody's going to sleep. Alright, we'll take a break.
Okay.
We're all napping now. I may have to fold up this chair for people to go anywhere.
I gotta go.
Likewise, hold up my covers and
-2.
traffic blocking device.
And I'm going to run to the bathroom real quick. Not think skinny though, sorry.
That was like the best character introduction ever.
Dude, we spent like an hour or two the other day just cracking ourselves up.